How's it going? This is an update. If you watch my previous video, you'll see what this thing looked like when I first got it. So this is a 94 Korean Epiphone Flying V, and I got it. It's kind of odd. Obviously somebody was playing around with the electronics over the last 26 years. This is all the wiring and the pickups that were in it beforehand. So you can see they're not, as far as I can tell, they're not branded. I don't know what they are. Seem pretty cheap. So they could be originals, I don't know. The pots are just these little tiny things. They're kind of shitty. Wiring's all weird. There's tape everywhere. Didn't make any sense. Well, I actually didn't even know until I opened it up that there was a third pot. So before I touched anything, the way they had it set up, so you can see here, you can see, get the tone cap and the volume cap. Well, each one was an independent volume, even though it was labeled for tone. So this here was for the bridge, and then this was for the neck pickups, and then a three-way switch. So I didn't know until I opened it up that there was a third pot in there. So I don't know if this thing had an original Flying V pickguard where it had the 3 knobs and three-way selector switch, or I don't know, unless somebody just added it in there and just didn't want to touch the tone or something and just cranked it. I'm not too sure. Anyways, I don't think that this is even the original pickguard. I think that somebody made one because it was very kind of jagged. The chamfer on the sides wasn't very flat. Like, it looked like they kind of tried to do it by hand maybe. So I actually, probably you can't see it on camera, but I did take the pickguard and everything and I sanded it all down on the edges and everything and made the edges a little straighter, more true, so it looks a little better. Doesn't feel as jagged. Maybe looks a little bit more original than it did. And yeah, so I changed all the electronics. This is a new input jack, new pots, both tone and volume pots. New, or sorry, that's the only thing that's not new is this switch. This switch is the original one, that, well, at least the one that was in there beforehand. And then new pickups, obviously. So these are Tone Emporium. I think they're called TE20. I believe they're supposed to be like a PAF, you know, old vintage style pickup. But I recommend them. They sound great. So what I did was I set it up the way that it should be. So you got your master volume, master tone for both pickups, and then three-way selector, orange drop tone capacitor. That's it. It's bare bones, just how I like it, nice and easy. Too many knobs and I just don't end up touching half of it anyways. So anyways, I'll give you a little sound demo. I'm just playing through a Marshall DS1. No effects aside from reverb on the amp, and that's it. I'll do a clean tone, I guess, first and just let you hear how it sounds. So here I'm on the bridge pickup. Nice and bright. I'll take the tone off. Pretty flat once I get down. And playing a Flying V is weird. Like, I didn't play it too much before when I got it, so. Anyways, neck. Bit quacky on the neck. I like it. And both. get some mud on. So it's the bridge. And both. Gotta say, I actually really like it in the middle, which I don't usually do ever. Like, I have a Les Paul as well, and I don't think I've ever put it in the middle position. I usually do not like it, but for some reason on this thing it sounds nice. I don't know if it's just these pickups or what, but I've never changed pickups before. This is the first time. But yeah, it's pretty good so far. Still got some work to do on it. I'm not finished with it yet, that's for sure. I do have some like fret out when I'm playing around in here somewhere, so I think I have a high fret somewhere in this area. The frets are a little bit worn. I think like they're clearly original. They're pretty flat on top, so then need some like recrowning and that kind of thing as well. And I'll probably put some new tuners on it eventually, because I think they're maybe original too. Not entirely sure. There's no branding on them at all, so they could be either somebody dropped some different ones in, or maybe they're the original 26-year-old shitty Epiphone tuners from Korea. I don't know. But otherwise, it's pretty good. Like, there is a few things that I normally wouldn't like I got pretty small hands, and like the neck is really fat and chunky. But I don't seem to mind it too much. Like, still feels pretty good in the hand, surprisingly. I don't really like painted necks either, and I don't find it's too sticky or anything either. I haven't really had a problem with that yet. But yeah, I don't know, work in progress, but Tone Emporium, I can say I would definitely recommend them, especially if you're in Canada. Really good price, free shipping over, I think it's like $100 or something. So say you buy a pickup set, it's like 140 or so. Like, you get free shipping within Canada too, so I mean it's definitely worth it. I can't complain. For first time changing pickups, I would say like they're very helpful. If you want to send them an email or whatever too, they'll get back to you in a few days or whatever, and probably help you out with whatever you need. So far, good experience.